You're tuning into VTV News live from Hanoi. My name is Hoang Hang and here are the top news for this hour. 23rd Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation or APEC kicks off as leaders agree on inclusive economies and sustainable communities. Establishment of independent trade unions approved, confirmed by Prime Minister Winston Soong at National Assembly Q&A sessions. And Trade and Culture Festival offer Japanese opportunities, promoting collaboration between Vietnam and Japan. First off, State President Trương Tấn Sang and Vietnamese delegation visited Vietnam's embassy in the Philippines during their time at the 23rd APEC summit on Tuesday. During the visit, the state president listened to an embassy report on the conditions of overseas Vietnamese in the Philippines. He spoke highly of the efforts and achievements made by Vietnamese living in the country. He also spoke with embassy staff about the country's socio-economic development. He hoped that the diplomatic worker would continue to build a strong and united overseas Vietnamese community in the Philippines and contribute to enhance the relationship between the two countries. The 33rd session of the Vietnam-Cuba Intergovernmental Committee for Economic, Commercial, Scientific and Technological Cooperation concluded in Hanoi on Thursday. The two countries signed a minute which set out feasible cooperative areas for the next 2 years based on the potential needs and priorities. The two cooperation agreements between Vietnam and Cuba in trade, agriculture and pharmaceuticals will boost bilateral cooperation. The two countries also agreed to co-host a conference in Ho Chi Minh City on November the 20th to introduce investment opportunities in Cuba. Now, the Belgian region of Wallonie-Bruxelles will provide more than $2 million to implement 18 projects between 2016 and 2018. The decisions were made at the 9th meeting of the Vietnam Wallonie-Brussels Joint Committee in Hanoi on November the 19th. The two sides will give priority to cooperation in social issues, higher education, research and industrial development. From 2013 to 2015, Wallonie-Bruxelles supported more than 20 projects. It also granted 100 scholarships to Vietnamese students and sent 200 experts to Vietnam during the period. Still to come on VTV News, Trade and Culture Festival offers Japanese opportunities, promoting collaboration between Vietnam and Japan. Vietnam-New Zealand enhanced education cooperation. Stay tuned for more to come right after the break.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast, rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
The National Assembly on Thursday discussed the draft law on property auction. National deputies agreed that once ratified, the law on property auction will standardize auction practice and speed up bad debt handling measures. After the law takes effect, about $4.45 billion in bad debt purchased by the Vietnam Asset Management Company from Vietnamese financial institutions will be handled faster. In addition, a new regulation allowing individuals to open private companies to conduct auction activities is also expected to play a part in handling bad debt more quickly. Now, as part of celebration of 40 years of relations between Vietnam and New Zealand Minister for Tertiary Education, Skills and Employment Stephen Joyce visited Ho Chi Minh City on Wednesday during this working trip. The minister said that the event would bolster education cooperation between the two countries. There are currently 4 New Zealand universities involved in exchange programs with Vietnam. New Zealand plans to provide programs in which students can study in both countries for a favorable fee. Minister Joyce also signed a memorandum with Vietnam's Australian International School in Thủ Thiêm District for future cooperation. And before we say goodbye, let's take a look at the weather forecast. That is all for this edition of VTV News. For more of our programs, please log on to vtv4.vn or youtube.com/vtv4go. For now, goodbye from Hanoi.